potentially we are live.
Mm-hmm. So
I will believe it. Yep. When the doubling microphone starts, because I am listening to the channel itself. There we go. Yeah, good enough. Okay, well, we are back. We are doing some Cyberpunk Red tonight. We're down quite a few players tonight, but Kim, who has decided to join us in this campaign, is back. As is Richard and Jameis. Richard, who are you playing tonight?
Hi there, I'm Richard, and apparently I'm in the first position now. And I am playing Laszlo, the medtech of the group, who sounds a bit like Peter Lorre, or at least me doing an impression of Peter Lorre.
When you meant to do it.
I do it when I'm speaking as him, just not in the description-y bits.
I think you forgot to do it in his voice. It doesn't matter.
Oh, maybe. I've forgotten if I have forgotten.
Yeah. Meantime, I'm Jameis. I'm playing Elena Royklin. She's currently 2/3 tech, 1/3 nomad. That's how her roles balance out. Oh!
Yay.
Richard has been displaced.
There. I've moved you, Richard. Good enough. And Kim? Kim? Who are you playing tonight?
I am playing Tetra, the Fixer.
And yes, Tetra was in fact in need of a home. Tetra has been couch surfing for a bit. Between jobs, things have been a little light lately, and it turns out your new acquaintances here own a hotel. Well, a coffin motel, to be more precise. They're slumlords.
It's better than couch surfing.
Trying to be a little less slummy, as the tenants got together with a list of grievances, which they have decided to do. Okay, we'll fix this one thing. Will you be happy?
A little less slummy, a little more lordy. Is that how that works?
There, yeah. less slummy, more lordy. There you go. Because if you do too many repairs, you're just going to raise the rent and price them out, and they don't want that either. So. Right, so there has been some heavy construction going on. If I remember right, the thing on the priority list was getting the facilities, the communal showers and bathrooms, yours being the only floor that actually has working facilities. You're getting the other
have facilities.
Yeah, they're just not always working, and sometimes they
I didn't say that. I just said they had facilities.
So we're bringing them up to code, and when we say code, we mean that a city official was probably bribed to look the other way at the substandard parts, because you are buying parts that came from other buildings that were stripped bare, because that's how you roll.
We're not made of money.
Right. So this is going to take up a few days after
500,000 EB. So
yeah, that spins fast in Cyberpunk Red.
Yeah,
that's one blown off arm later. Maybe two. So it's been a few days. As I said, the construction is underway now. Contractors came in. They did all the preliminaries. You've got warning signs up everywhere for your residents. The tricky part is that they have to close down the facilities on each floor as they work on it. So your tenants have to be funneled to either the lower or the upper being your facilities, to use while things are being constructed. So yeah, you are having a nice little walk of your tenants coming through what used to be your private facilities, as Sherlock Holmes is going through with his shower slippers and caddy of soaps and shampoos as he gives you a little bow in the morning as he comes through. Yes. So what are you guys doing with the cemented up and boarded up secret room that you found? You're gonna have to do something with it. There was a janitorial closet that was built on top of it. I mean, you can simply just throw down some flooring to keep it from being a big hole in the ground. But otherwise, was there something you were going to do to it?
That was the one where the AI
Yeah.
I got the sense it wasn't that big a hole.
Well, it's essentially it's a 5x5 room that is loaded with all kinds of acoustic tiling to make it a zero noise environment down there. Of course, a lot of that got broken when you drilled your way through.
That's now we restore Siren.
Yeah, who hasn't been around in a bit. Last you heard, she was heading out of town for a little while because her manager had suggested that the legal suits that she's engaged with might get a little hairy. Yeah. So taking the advice of her manager, she has fled town for a little while. So I assume that Tetra is staying on your floor since you guys have the premium coffins and the nicest floor, and you have openings up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
That all depends. I mean, is she willing to pay?
Well, she probably signed. Well, she signed the standard contract. Same one that you guys did.
We signed it with what's his name, who no longer. So that sort of defaulted over to us. So part of that contract was working for the night market. So, which is not a standard part of the contract for anyone else in the building, as far as we're aware.
Just you.
When you say standard contract, which standard contract are you referring to?
It is the standard contract he had drafted out for this floor, meaning yes, your services are required once a month at the night market.
If we don't have,
that's why you're getting a lower rent for a premium area.
So if we don't have a night market, what happens then?
Well, it's up to you because you're the owners now. You get to decide.
Yeah. I just think we keep a permanent low rent for us. Oh, that sounds good. Yep.
Yeah. So Tetra basically is you have to do some service hours once a month to help them run the night market. But for that, you're getting a very nice. Are you familiar with what a coffin hotel is, Kim?
Oh yes.
Yeah. So you've got your own private coffin that is actually very nice, and then there's a common area that's larger, and you've got your floor has its own facilities, shower, and all that. But you've also got this common area that's got a kitchen and a nice area to relax. You've actually got one of the better views and a big glass window. The one thing of dubious artistic taste is there's a gigantic statue of a falcon in the communal area.
It's not dubious taste. It was payment for work done.
Yeah.
Oh. Sounds like there's a story there.
No. I guess the people I work for don't always have the money to do it, so And for some reason, my nickname is Falcon, so I don't know. They give me Falcon-related things. So,
yeah.
Feel free to use it as a coat rack or hang your guns over it or whatever. It doesn't matter.
Pinball has it strapped with there's a rifle laying on one side. There's an ammo belt around its neck.
We did check to make sure there's no surveillance devices in there, didn't we?
Oh yes, absolutely. Yeah. So Marius is downtown doing training for his new job, working in the dental office. So he is not here with you particularly today. And as I said, Gold Siren is just gone for a while. It's morning. Whatever you guys decide is morning. Probably not terribly early. Fresh coffee is being percolated. You got fresh vegetables and fresh meat from the markets. Yeah, one of the things about the dystopian future of Cyberpunk Red is there's actually a lot of local produce and animals grown because there's not a lot of actual grocery chains and things like that still exist. So people have gotten to make do. So you get a lot of local, very fresh merchandise, food anyway. So you guys are having breakfast. Your other roommate, the assassin, left a fully stocked refrigerator before she ducked out the last time. By the way, she still has a full month of rent here.
No, that's not Pinball. This is someone else.
This is someone else.
Okay.
Yes. It's the GM's character. A little plot foil. So you guys are enjoying breakfast, some fresh coffee from a new place that just opened up. A new blend of coffee. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Wakes you up. Tastes good going down. You feel like maybe it won't tear a hole in your stomach later on. When you get you guys have, since you guys are now the supers of the building as well as the owners. So there's a button downstairs that will go to each of the rooms, but also to the super. So there's a button being pushed from the gated door outside, and you can look at the cameras. You got cameras out on the front door. It is I had a name for this. Hold on, I gotta get my notes. Yeah, it's the Rex delivery service. They're a local package delivery. They'd use drones mostly, but in this case, there is a person with a uniform downstairs. You can see that he biked over. He's got a few other packages on a bike, and he's got something about the size of a suitcase packaged up in his hand. It's all done up in the labeling of his company. He's kind of looking down. He's looking at a notepad. Buzzes again.
I'll get it.
Good.
Oh.
You want to go downstairs, or do you want to just use the intercom system?
Well, I'll use intercom the same coming downstairs.
Yeah, hello. I've got a package here for the owners. I need a signature before I can release it.
Yeah, I'll come down and get it. Hang on.
Thank you.
Take me a moment or two to get down there.
Yep. In that time, he's lit a cigarette. You one of the owners? I got this package here for you. I need a signature here. It's all paid for. It's all good. I just need just a thumbprint right there, please.
I get Sebastian to put a paw on. Remember, I made Sebastian one of the owners. I did do that.
He's like, I don't know if that's gonna. And then there's a beep on his pad. It's like, oh, I guess I'm wrong. Okay, here you go, sir. It's a little heavy.
Oof.
Hand you a package.
I'm not the strongest of characters, but yeah. All right. Take it inside.
Thank you, sir. Hey, do you have any idea where the Tiger Dojo is around here? I've got another delivery.
Across the road? As well, I'll point out to the Tiger Dojo. I can't remember if it was exactly across the road or not.
Yes, I'm alive. Hi, I'm Steven. I play pinball.
Pinball rolls out of the coffin a little later than everyone else. He was up all night playing his games, you see. Okay, so, well, yeah, you're in possession of a package.
Yep. I go back up, see Pinball. Say, hey, Pinball, I got this for you.
Pinball, there's coffee and breakfast, eggs and sausage waiting for you. Everybody is just kind of gathering this morning. It's been a few days from the night market. Tetra, Kim's character, has signed a lease, and she is now taken over one of the coffins on your floor.
Excellent. Elena comes in with the package. I'm like midway of a bowl of cereal to my mouth. I'm like, well, I have not died yet, so that is not a bomb, I am thinking. This is good.
Yeah, well, you open it and find out.
It's a little heavy.
Did you wish to do a sort of sensor sweep first, or are we just going to open any package that comes to us?
I'm sure it's fine. Just open it.
You're right. Let us all die together.
There is a metallic suitcase inside, very industrial grade. It looks like it's shock absorbing. It looks military. It looks like a secure military case. It's got there's no locks on it, but they're thumbprint scanners.
Well, this is not relieving any of my paranoia, which has served me well every time. Let us see. Should we open it in the basement that is a black site that prevents any signals from going in and out?
Well, if that's the problem, I get the AI box. Hey, AI box. I can't remember what the name of it was. I've heard a name address for that. Is there anything inside of interest? Put a box right on the suitcase.
No signals. Yeah, you just get a readout showing that there are no signals. It's not sending or receiving. It can't tell whether or not it has the capability of doing so. It's just currently not doing so. There is a power source on board. Given the power levels, it is a sealed battery system, nothing exceptionally large.
Well,
Doesn't seem
let
to be
us
anything to
see
it, like
about opening this
Oh,
device.
if there's any signals, just eat the signals. Okay, right. Okay, open it up.
There's a little
Uh,
Pac-Man on the screen just waiting.
So this was addressed to me, was it?
No, it's a package service. Said that it was addressed to the owners of the building.
Oh boy. I think I was very cantankerous about providing thumbprints. Elena, would you be so kind as to thumbprint this open?
Well, Sebastian's already signed for it. So.
Well, clearly.
Yeah, assuming that Sebastian is actually on your legal paperwork, his paw print pops the case open.
I did that as much as I could. Yeah.
Inside is like a very professional grade business setup with a terminal, an actual paper printer, and just everything like a business professional would need on the go. A very high end stuff. And as you open the case, the screen flickers on. You see a well dressed man. Maybe in his 30s, side of his head is shaved. The other side is kind of long, but very styled back. You can see the terminal connectors on the side of his skull. It's very, you think either he's gotten a lot of sun or he might be Mediterranean. It's a little hard to tell, but he's got these piercing green eyes. He's got a suit on. It's a very modern cut, like for a young urban professional. And he kind of turns around as if to look at you. Your AI bot is telling you that there's no signal, still no signal, so there's no camera operative or anything like that. It says, "Oh, hey guys, give me a second." And you hear the printer going. It's popping out some documents. Hey, hello.
I'm assuming this is a sales bot.
Is this a one of those pre-recorded tactics where, like, you
after a moment? After a moment, it says, "Psych! This is just a recording. Printer should be done now, though. Hey, take a look at those papers. You'll find that my corporation is now part owner of your building. We bought out one Gold Siren's percentage in the building. You'll find all the proper paperwork there."
This is terrible and bad, and we should now assassinate Gold Siren.
Well, killing God Siren doesn't matter now. I mean,
I know this might come as a shock to you, as your compatriot probably had no time at all to tell you that this was going to happen. But I assure you, I have no designs on the property, and you'll find in the writing there I've agreed to be a silent owner. I'll agree to most things that you have. Just float it by me. As far as a voting standard, I do have my. So, did you guys actually have Sebastian as a part owner?
I think I got it. He can sign. He's an owner and.
Okay, so it's still fifth. So for my 1/5 voting, I reserve the right to vote, but I won't be throwing anything out there. Again, just silent, just a silent partner. I'll even help with some of the repairs. There's a code that goes across the screen which you can scan with your smartphone. There's a bank account that's got a few grand in it that you're feel free to draw on for any kind of maintenance that the property might need. I just have one request, please. Somebody keep this computer system handy. Feel free to use it, by the way. It's a gift. But occasionally, I'll be making some communications through here. But I will require one room, one apartment, preferably on the ground floors. I'm going to have some serious gear installed. And then again, he lists everything that is already en route to be installed. You can pick which room. It just very much needed to be on the ground floor somewhere.
Would it fit in a 5x5 square?
Yes.
There you go.
I was going to say, I point at the box and I say, "Is this you? Are you doing this? Are you actually got this fictional thing set up so that you are part owner of this?"
Laszlo,
You.
Laszlo, actually, give me a roll here.
Nice. Good thinking.
What is the human
Awareness?
Human
So-
perception.
Is it
human perception? Yeah.
Where is that? What is that under?
Never remember. Social.
That makes sense. All right, yeah.
Yeah, anyone watching the screen, and I assume everyone here can make that human perception roll.
I'm going to make it tokenly, but I don't care. 10, whatever.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, 20.
Oh wow.
I am good at learning things about the humans. I just don't know what to do with it after I know it.
Yeah, I guess I could give it a shot.
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
Pinball, did you want to roll as well?
Opening up my character sheet and
It's not a threat.
it's taking my character sheet a moment to load. There it is.
Yeah.
Social. It is not a threat, and it's not perception anyway. But I am somewhat decent at perception. But
All right. So Pinball is the only one that doesn't really pick up on it. So Laszlo, when you say that, the AI box doesn't show anything on its screen at all. But everyone takes a better look at the screen that's inside the suitcase. That's a generated image. That is not someone who's videoed themselves to create this. That's a
Because
generated.
the hand has got 6 fingers on his hand.
Yeah, he's got extra fingers, too many teeth in the mouth. It is completely generated image. Just taking a look at it better, you can see that. So this is likely not a real person.
so
I still
this is
think,
the person I should kill so we have more money and control over the building. Is this correct? Am I reading the legalities of this correctly?
Do you want to read?
No.
Do you want to read through the legalities? A bunch of paperwork just came through on the printer.
Yeah, you are not reading it correctly at all. Because if you kill this person, then their heirs would get it. But I mean, given that this person is not real, killing
Not
them
real?
would
What do
not
you
get
mean
it.
it's not real? He's right there, really real. On screen, recording. Are you saying in this capitalistic, futuristic hell that we live in, everything is not always what it seems?
Yeah, I still think what's his name and the daughter both got uploaded to the net, and they're just going to turn out they're floating around out there somewhere. So I've got no problem with
I
AI
fully believe that
personalities.
as well.
I mean, yeah, give me this paperwork. I need to find identification for this fellow because he has not introduced himself at all.
So if anybody has any kind of law background, business will do, but legalese is better.
Let's see.
Hi.
Education.
I have bureaucracy, but I assume our fixer would probably be all over the other contracts.
the box is just sitting around,
Let
right?
me
Or
see.
are you carrying it with you?
It's just sitting on, you laid it on a table.
The AI box.
Where would
Oh,
the business? Oh,
Is it like
It's
education.
it's under education. You got bureaucracy. You got
Yeah, I
business.
see it. Yeah, I got business.
Business will
Which
work.
do you-
Yep.
So
What do you want,
just roll
business
it.
or bureaucracy?
I would try, but my character sheet is seemingly stuck.
Oh, well, I can roll business if you guys think that would work.
Business would be
Maybe.
better.
Okay.
Okay.
Bureaucracy.
I'll
Yeah.
roll business too.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Pinball. Do
I
you want me
have
to
no
roll for you?
idea.
Yeah, go ahead and roll. See if I have any education skills that are apply.
All right. Let's see. You have.
I'm distracted
you're
by the
not
trying to
educated.
trick out where the generated image is not quite working rightly.
You do not actually. The closest thing
pretty-
you have is trading,
Hmm.
which is not going to work here.
I'm pretty sure I have some decent.
You got bureaucracy, which is not. You can
There
roll
we go.
that. It's just going to be a harder roll, so we'll roll that for you then.
No.
9.
Okay.
Excellent.
Tetra, did you roll? 13. Nice. Was anyone else
Oh.
going to take a look?
No.
I tried. I failed miserably. I'm
Okay.
assuming a 6 does not work anything.
Yeah, that's not going to work. Well, Tetra, you can work it out. Pinball, the legalese is dense on this one. It's convoluted, it's dense, it's hard to follow. And I will leave your character sheet open so I can roll for you here. Tetra, however, so the share is actually owned by a corporation, not an individual. The corporation is Banks Incorporated, Banks Incorporated.
Okay.
One Richard Banks is supposedly the CEO, but it is the corporation itself that owns the share in the Coffin Motel. If you're looking through it, if something happens to the corporation, there actually is another corporation that would receive the share.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
Looking at it, it is spelled out just like the generated information said, is that they're agreeing to be a silent owner. Will respect it will respect any decisions as to do with the property, with the exception of selling the property outright, or any maneuvering that would cause the corporation to lose their share. Like you can't just vote them out of having their share.
Okay.
I mean,
Or forcing them to sell their
we
share.
own 80% of the stock, so we could vote them out, actually.
Mhm.
They'd just better tie us up in court. We're probably better lawyers.
Requirements being one apartment, preferably first floor, although it does make allotments for other floors, but they need to be centrally located. So like the apartment on any floor above the first one kind of needs to be in the center as much as possible. Ground floor, any apartment will do. And there is a list of hardware that they are having installed there. Curiously missing from the list of things that are being installed is anything to live with. No bed, no coffin. The coffin's actually being removed from the room. And yeah, there are no accommodations for a human being being put into the
We
room.
stick them in that 5x5 room because we need to be able to rent out that room for actual accommodating people. It can have that room without, and we can still rent out whatever room we would have had otherwise, which makes good business sense. You won't complain.
It does. But what is the listed equipment being installed?
Some of it is just generalized description, like there's it looks to you as like it's all the equipment that a person would need for a very large bandwidth supercomputer.
Are they expecting us to install it, or has he got specialized installation?
Nope. It actually already has a bill of sale and bill of installation. Contractors will be contacting you within the next few days to set up when they can do it, what room to be installed in, etc.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
It's all paid for as well.
I'm happy to give them that 5x5 room. Have the rest of you all feel.
But we must charge him extra for internet access. Yes? No?
Nope. He's providing his own hard line.
There's no such thing as internet access.
Yeah.
There's no internet.
Mm-hmm.
We have a Wi-Fi password.
Mm-hmm. Well, there is a hard line being installed to somewhere. So whatever is being installed in that room is connected to something else elsewhere.
Well, a hard line would be conceivably traceable.
Absolutely. I mean, you can literally just go out and follow the line.
I mean, like that seems weird if it's not really close by.
Hey, if he's paid for it, yeah, he's paid for it. He's got the shares. We don't really have a.
Look,
We can put up a legal battle, but I'm not seeing a lot of bonus in it.
all right. Where is the AI box that we have?
Well, suitcase,
Right.
AI box.
All right, okay.
Follow.
I'm going to take my drink and hover it above the AI box. Admit that it's you who is sending us these things, or I'm going to pour this coffee over the top of you.
It's a sealed unit. It won't matter.
Shut up. I'm tipping.
The little Pac-Man on the screen turns around and gives you the double bird.
Look, if it is you, I don't care. All right? Personhood for everyone. All right? If you I just don't like being played like this. All right? No?
Yes, this is
yeah,
why
it says
I threaten to murder just about anybody that tries to play me.
yeah. So on the screen it just says not me.
Well, we know that the AI box doesn't have enough signal to get anywhere outside of the room, let alone the apartment block. So it couldn't have set this up, is where I'm going with that.
Okay, well.
It just doesn't have the signal strength. That's why I just had it. That's why I was putting it on the suitcase. I mean, now that it's actually up and active, can you interact with that thing and find out anything more interesting about it?
Yeah, it can actually. It scans the whole thing, and it's pretty much an off-the-shelf business exec computer. Top end. It's really nice. Marius would probably love this thing. It has both physical interface, so it's got a keyboard, but it also has jacks as well. It's got a ton of memory. It's got a ton of storage. It does have, essentially Wi-Fi and other connectors on it, but nothing is currently powered up. Your AI is saying, there's nothing special about it. Like there's no payload in here, no particular software other than the OS and the recording.
Yeah, about that recording, can you detect if there is any actual real person image behind the generated image, or is it just purely 100% generated?
Yeah, it comes back very quickly saying purely generated. There's nothing but mathematics behind this. It's not taken from
an image.
A real picture.
Someone said generic white male as opposed to here's a picture of me based on that. Okay. Just making sure. Now that we've got this bit, you better be ready because I'm going to get into integrate some weird things.
So the only other thing that you have to look at is that the name of the corporation, Banks, BANKS Inc. That's pretty much it. All the legal papers here show that they've got the fifth share, and you got the signature, which you assume is Siren's, but more importantly, it's got the genetic signature. So this paperwork could hold up in court.
So the person has to have all the same genetic markers that we do for identification?
For what?
Like our fingerprints or whatever open the lock, they have to have a fingerprint that also opens up the lock?
Actually, you can scan its database. There's actually nothing sealed in the system at all. It hasn't been locked down. It just has all of the fingerprints that you guys had submitted onto your corporate structure that you had to submit to the city. It just has all of your stuff.
Whose identifications is on this?
For their share, it's the corporation. They don't have to have a genetic signature. The corporation has its own signature.
If someone turned up and said, "Hey, I'm from the corporation," how would we be able to validate that?
The corporation has its own genetic signature. The corp does. Okay, and so if they bring something with that information on it, then
no.
Going into the future, corporations really are just like people.
So what you are saying is that if somebody turns up with like a business card with the genetic information on it, then I shouldn't be doing the voice. We accept them as the corporation's proxy.
Well, according to the paperwork, that should never happen.
That seems like a different rule for them than us, naturally.
Yeah.
Let us burn them down.
So, we know what the genetic information is that they are looking for. So, could we get a forger to forge the genetic information onto like a business card or whatever it is, and then claim, no, somebody came by and they said, no, here, have your shares back. And we didn't know any different.
Try it, but the problem is that it's basically an encryption key. Yeah, so
we had an intelligent AI that could hack encryption keys.
Well, who's to say they don't also have one, though?
Yeah, but there would be okay. I've got a perfectly legitimate business key here. That was fake.
All right, this is a funny sideshow, but let me get back over to my pet project of hunting down who decided to disturb my night market and ruining their week. So did we get any update on the website that they have saying?
Nope, it still says stay tuned.
Can we oh man, where is our dental assistant?
He's actually in training right now, so he is gone.
Man. I was
he's been
going to
gone
see
for a
if
few
he could
days.
just mess up that website. Put a virus there to redirect it to Shop Smart at Home.
Shop smart.
all you-
Shop. Very smart.
At home.com. I mean, very shenanigans that we need to do. This Banks guy is not the guy that I need to kill for that, is it? No? Unknown? Oh, he better not be.
Not that I'm aware
He
of.
will be very unhappy. Did we ever find out what that radio dish on the helicopter was? Some sort of directed.
Oh, we've had no time to look it up.
Apparently 2 days.
Yeah, but we didn't exist in those 2 days.
Yeah.
So we didn't do anything.
Nope, just led to a bunch of nothing. Best you can find out is a lot of the conspiracy theory sites say the military has
Yeah.
technology that can selectively destroy electronics
That
or shut
sounds
them
like
down.
that sounds like malarkey to me.
Because that didn't happen at all.
Yes. Super's malarkey. Also, did we? I mean, Tetra. You know that assignment where I told you to look at helicopter rentals and all that. Did you find any information?
Absolutely nothing.
Why
Wow,
is this
yeah.
always nothing? There's only so many places that rent helicopters. Who has helicopters? It's the military. I
Well,
am
there's
telling you.
helicopters for you, helicopters for rent, helicopters by the hour, helicopters, just helicopters.com, that's a basic one.
Yeah, but they're a total scam. It's free to go up, but they charge for them to land. That's the thing, you know.
Oh, that's all right for parachutists. That's what they want. That's how they make it. That's how they get around it. The parachutists go, okay, fine. Hey.
And also Tetra,
Very popular with base
Laszlo.
jumpers.
We found no too many hospital records of bullet wounds to identify the people that I shot.
Oh no, actually, those folks don't exist. They got picked up by the normal channels, taken to hospitals, you would assume, or to clinics, but then they just disappeared. I'm sure Laszlo looked into it the next day as well. Yeah, they never made it anywhere. No record of them.
Yeah.
They just disappeared.
Does that
That's
mean they
half
actually
the citizens of Night City, let alone military.
I'm surprised we found them with all the gunshot wounds in the hospitals.
Right, Laszlo, you were asking? Laszlo?
I don't know. Where else I could ask or get information on this?
I mean, Laszlo probably even sat there and watched them do the paperwork before they took the bodies because that's your job, and the paperwork doesn't even exist. But you saw them do it. But the paperwork doesn't exist either.
That is, I mean,
That's just cheating, isn't it?
that is an incredible amount of pull that these people have. You know, to make all of that disappear.
I reckon for 10 credits, you could probably get most workers in most hospitals to do it for you because they just don't get paid enough.
Well,
Like, how much does it cost to bribe Laszlo? I mean, what does Laszlo usually take to look the other way?
looks that golden statue of Falcon.
I'm incorruptible by money.
I mean,
Let us take-
do I know the people who did the paperwork?
Tell you what. Well, you know, I was going to have you do high-low, but no. You did know them, which is why you may not have been suspicious of anything. It's like, oh, no, I know these guys.
All right, yeah. So I'm just gonna go and check and see they're not dead, and I will ask them about the paperwork as well.
Yeah,
Hey,
no, they
read the paperwork.
absolutely remember it. It's like, yeah, we filled out the
Okay.
paperwork, we submitted the paperwork, it just ain't there.
Okay, so they haven't gone. Hey, everybody, we bribe everyone who was even tertiary connected. to
Now,
this."
pardon me while I go start my new vehicle.
Yes. I
Okay,
fly off in a helicopter.
This is all very upsetting for me. So let us all take a moment and look at our magnificent falcon statue in the middle of the living room. It will bring calm to all. Ah, I feel better already. Do you feel better? Yes, you feel better.
Yeah.
Excellent.
It is a
Is there
majestic
anything that you can
falcon.
do, Tetra, as a fixer? Do you know people who could fix things like this? Or I mean, you're not that kind of fixer, but that is what you do. Yes, you get things for people who need things.
Yes, usually.
Okay. I don't know what kind of things you can do exactly.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what I put on here.
I think it has. It's going to be your main role, I believe, is what's going to help here. Actually, you've got contacts and clients. Like, yeah, you can hit up your contacts if you can find. If you want to check to see if you can find out what's going on.
Okay, how does that work? Let me
So
see.
you just roll your fixer talent. You got it at rank 4. It should be
Okay.
contacts and clients. Do you have?
Let me see.
I'm not sure why it's only just showing you the haggle button. Did you actually get it? Did you have a choice to make there, and haggle is just what you chose? I thought you got all of it.
Let me see. Maybe I hit something incorrect.
Well, maybe not. I could just be misremembering rules as well. So roles. What is the role for the fixer?
Yes, I mean, it has like once I expand it, it says all of them. If I have it under edit, but let me.
Yeah.
Fixers.
Edit what it adds so you can put stuff in for it to show up when you don't have it open. I don't know what fixes.
All right, here I got it.
Yeah.
Fixers. Roll ability. Okay, so your contacts isn't a role, apparently. You just have a source of people that you can ask for favors, get information from. Fixer will still have to pay for these, of course. So here's what we're going to do. Let's find out, first of all, if the information exists within your sources. So why don't you make me D100 roll, and before you roll it, just say high or low.
Okay. I'll go with high.
Okay. So the information is there to be had amongst your clients. You have it at rank 4. So city gang, minor politician, corp execs, well-known persons in the neighborhood. So let's say you have contacts with some people in the medical establishment that might know why a bunch of stiffs went missing. All right. So 6. Okay. So why don't you... Yeah, we're going to strike a deal for how much it's going to cost you for the information. So go ahead and roll your haggle. You should have a button for it there.
Yeah. That I do.
And then
Wow.
your verses, that's a good roll. That's a good roll. But here's your verses. They're not going to make it. Yeah, they rolled well, but you rolled better.
That's a 10.
Does it-
10s explode.
does it-
Oh, 10s explode. Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, you're right.
Oh,
Ooh, 21.
damn it.
Oh, okay. Now here's what happens. Hey, look, Tetra, I know we owe you some favors. Look, all I can say about this is there are a bunch of folks down here flashing badges. And when I say badges, I don't mean police. All right, we're talking people here with a lot of pull, and we were told just to get rid of those files. All right. I can't tell you anything more. I don't want to get anyone here in trouble. This never happened. Those stiffs never came here. You're not going to find paperwork on them. And honestly, look, they never even made the bodies didn't even make it here. All right. They got intercepted en route. Look, that's all I can tell you. Okay. This is a hot one. Tetra, I think you should back off on this one. There's some people with a lot of pull that are involved in this. All right. Like the head of the hospital here is, he hasn't been in a few days. Like, we checked on him. He's alive. I feel like maybe they made threats, may have worked him over a little bit, but yeah. So this officially, those stiffs didn't happen. Okay, don't contact me about this anymore.
Gotcha.
Yeah, next Friday drinks as usual, right? Margaritas are on me. Yeah. All right.
Okay. At least they're on him. Okay.
So, Tetra, what did you find out?
So, he basically told me to mind my own business and to not pursue this anymore, but he said that the bodies never made it to the hospital.
Or the
I
morgue.
mean, what?
Or the
Why
morgue,
would they?
yeah.
They were on a helicopter. Did they like get fallen off the street? It would be
It's a
funny
very-
if they fell.
Yeah, it would be, actually. But yeah, there are just some very powerful people involved here.
I mean, they were using a helicopter, not an AV. They can't be that powerful.
There were black silent helicopters. Just think on that for a moment there, Pinball.
Exactly, it was a black silent helicopter, not a black silent AV. Meaning they were poor.
Oh.
I mean, they can't be that bad.
He just did not want to talk to me about this whole issue at all, so they never
But they
made
have played their hand. We will now be on the lookout for helicopters. But of course, we will now also have to be on the lookout for black silent tunneling machines that come up from the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Why? What?
Because we're on the lookout for the black silent helicopters. Where else can they come from if not the ground or regular old streetcars?
So
They
you
will
think the
come up from the
helicopters
underneath.
The helicopters was,
Pinball's coming from an
distraction.
all-night bender playing elf lines online, and they just had a new expansion with mole people. So he's got mole people on the brain.
Yes, we won't work everywhere.
I'm very effective in that game. I am playing an archer.
Of course you are. Of course you are.
Well,
But I mean, I am supposed to meet this person up, for drinks. Maybe if he gets drunk enough, I can get more information out of him.
What stealth?
man, sounds good. If you are prepared to, I don't want to say risk your life because I don't know how dedicated these people are towards doing that sort of stuff. But
I mean, we live in Night City. We are in the old combat zone, I believe. What more life risking do you want us to take?
True. All right. Yeah.
I mean, I am prepared to have a shootout as soon as I step outside.
Yes.
That
Whenever they
street
get
out
on
there,
the road,
I have
maybe.
named it in my mind the OK Corral. I am just always prepared to die by bullets. That is why they planned the poison.
Mm-hmm.
It's not wrong.
So,
All right, let us see. What was our take on the night market again this time? We broke even? Excellent.
No, you made money. Yeah. You made a little bit of money.
Broke even, if anybody asks. Barely broke even. I mean, that is what old Ollivander always told us. So poor all the time.
That is exactly what Ollivander told you at the end of every black market was, we met expenses. Yeah, we met expenses.
But how's I suppose we should do a round and see how well the bathroom repairs are doing in the building.
It's only been a few days. I haven't really checked off. Although they are having to shut down the one, so the other people have to use other rooms, including ours.
So right now they're going to start at the ground floor, work their way up so that they can just put all the plumbing in line. So the ground floor facilities are closed. So they're having to use the second floor and your floor. So, yeah.
Wasn't there 5 floors to our place at one point?
Yeah, there are.
Let us see about.
There are not facilities in the top 2 floors.
I know. Homie, I think brewed some explosives. Well, on the roof, but who knows what he did in the bathroom? Which probably breaks his lease. But oh no, he is all so crafty. No evidence will be found of such. However, maybe we can see about renting us a porta-john so they can stop being so smelly near us.
That might be worth it.
You're gonna force them to go out on the street. They still got a shower somewhere too.
Not just a basic one. We get one of the nice ones that are, towed by cars and stuff.
Yeah, some of them have multiple stalls.
Yeah, either way, you're gonna have to put these on the street for your tenants to use.
We're totally going to get a crane and put it on the roof for a temporary solution.
If you want to pay for that, sure. I mean, yeah, you can get a crane to lift them up on the roof. That's fine.
I mean, this is no different.
Did I mention that the stairs to get to the roof are substandard too, and that's just like a lawsuit waiting to happen?
See, this is again homie's doing because of the explosive and the bees. Do not forget episode 1 where he borrowed sweetener to build more explosives. And
for
also his bees.
For his bees, of course.
Which, for some reason, produced explosive gel honey. I do not understand the chemistry in it. It is very dangerous up there. Do not go.
You are not wrong.
All right. Okay.
All right. So yeah, you've got people scheduled.
This
to
was
be
more for
delivering
Tetra's benefit because Tetra, it is very dangerous on the roof. I mean, it is our roof, but stay away from the bees.
Some serious hardware is going to be installed over the next few days. So sometime you should be being contacted by the contractors to work out where they're going to put it all.
And this is basically coinciding with the plumbing work.
Yep.
Hopefully they won't get in each other's way. Who are we putting in charge of coordinating this? I believe our dental assistant is very person people now. And
he's gone. He's training. He's going to be gone for a week.
And wants to coordinate all of this. No?
No.
Oh, dang this. Tetra, you are a people
Turned
person.
off his agent. Not taking calls.
Do we have to call up for a dental appointment to get a hold of him? I swear.
Probably.
Tetra, how are your teeth? Are your teeth doing good? We may need to find a new dentist.
I can call for a cleaning, I guess. Right?
Absolutely.
Well, the office hasn't actually opened yet. Marius told you that he's going to a retreat where all the training will be done for the opening of the office.
That is what he said, but he's clearly having one of his breakdowns because what's her face that we do not like is no longer providing him food. I hope, or is she? Are they dating?
It might be. You're not sure. Maybe that whole thing was some kind of bizarre dating ritual. Who knows?
Is this how they go on dates? I have a dental retreat. Let me go off grid completely while I hang out with my girlfriend that you wish to murder, who has a bomb in her head.
Yeah, there is that. So what are you guys doing about things? I mean, the paperwork that got spat out of the printer here looked very, they passed legal muster as far as Tetra is able to figure. They have willingly crippled their ability to change things about the premises as a peace offering.
Well, they would not be able to with only 1/5 vote anyway.
They could break our tie.
Mm-hmm.
They could break our tie. I mean, if we have a tie, they'd still need to break our tie. It is wonderful that we have five different blocks, and 1/5 person says, "Oh no, I will not be participating in votes," because that does not actually happen.
No, it's more than that. Like he's the contract states that basically you can make any decisions you want to about the place, so you don't need to contact him about it, with the exception of trying to remove their shares. You know, he did stipulate that he needs one room on the premises that gear is going to be installed upon. Essentially, you can do anything you want with the premises, short of selling it, transferring it to other ownership, or doing things to make him lose their share.
Why can we not
he can't
transfer it to
stop
other ownership?
He
What's
cannot stop us from that.
Yeah,
Can I
he
stop
can't
you from
us.
what?
If I just say, nah, I don't care, I'm going to sell my shares, they can't stop me.
You
from
can
that.
sell your shares, but you can't sell the building as a whole.
But I mean, we could each sell our shares to.
And he
Other
would
people.
still own 1/5 of the building that couldn't be sold, and no one's going to buy the building, or likely no one's going to buy the building if 1/5 of the building is still owned by someone else.
I'm sure that it would be
Yeah, I'm
somebody.
sure. Yeah.
Somebody might, but it makes it difficult. It makes it more difficult.
Well, if it's like a corporate property, 1/5 share doesn't have veto power on a board. So if we sold it to an entire company,
It has nothing to do with the board. It has to do with legal ownership. None of you own the property, nor can you vote to sell the property outright. You will always own 1/5 of the property. I say he, but it is they, the corporation.
They've had to have given us contact information. Yes,
There is contact information for the corporation.
Shall we be doing the calling of the contact information?
I mean, I do not care right now.
I believe so.
Tetra, I'm putting this on your docket. Have fun with this. We need a face of a person that we can shoot in face if we get irksome with them. You know, a messenger that we can shoot. I want to know their sacrificial messengers so I can shoot them. Bert has made this my thing where I am not okay.
Tetra, do you want to do a little bit of investigating over the business itself? Kim? Did we lose Kim?
She either that or she's muted.
No, she's not muted. At least not on the software side.
Yeah, I have an inline button on my hardware, so.
Yep, there we go. Dropped.
No,
I was just suffering one of those minor technical difficulties like I do all the time.
Well, let's say Tetra grabs the paperwork and she steps away as she goes to do some investigation.
So, Elena, did you ever determine what exactly happened to all our hardware and equipment in the night market?
Hold on for a second, Stephen. Kim, are you back?
I am back.
Okay.
Can you hear me okay? Yeah.
Yes. So did you want to do some snooping around the corporation to see what you can find out?
Yeah, sure.
You can say no. You can say no.
Yep. Okay. Well, in that case, I need you to make me a couple of different rolls, okay?
Okay.
First of all, a business roll would be fine, but I also want an accounting roll from you.
Oh,
Do you have accounting?
yeah. Okay, so business. And then accounting.
Yes.
The day of the 16s, but yeah.
Those are still good. So it's going to take you a little bit of time. You go off and you just, start getting information which you can off of your agent, which is essentially your cell phone, pulling down some information, checking out the information they left to you, etc. So I'll get back to you in a moment.
Okay.
So what are the rest of you guys doing?
Elena, did you ever find out what the how we were actually affected by that helicopter thing?
Not that I'm aware of.
It was like some sort of directed electromagnetic pulse, I am thinking.
Mm-hmm. Seems to be, but the fact that we could still, everything came back up afterwards meant that it wasn't.
It's more than
pulses do not drain batteries.
Yep.
Yeah.
How were they draining the power? Let's ask our little thing that has drained power before. I mean, the box. Did you name the box?
I can't remember if the box is a name.
We asked the box. Do you have a
I think
name?
you,
Do you
think you
want a
guys
name?
did give the box a name, but I cannot remember what it was. I'll have to go back and listen. But the
You-
box
you-
has a name. You named
We
it.
will call the box Gold Siren, and that will not be confusing in the slightest.
Gold Saturn will now contest the transfer of its shares because it was not there for the sell.
No, okay.
Also, we should check to see if Gold Siren is actually alive because I find the sales very suspicious.
We assume so.
We assume-
Yeah.
There is contact information for where gold is currently as well, because of course that would be the question: is
Yeah, we never even thought about that question.
Yes, contact her at the Bank Corporation.
yes,
Yeah.
cell 15. If you ask your AI, there's he will tell you that there's no known technology that it has access to that can do this sort of thing. Although it does hypothetically tell you how such a thing might be done.
Can you
Preferably-
tell us how to protect against it? How can we harden things against it?
Yeah, so it is possible to harden equipment, but it's not very feasible. Like you have to basically put a what are they called? Faraday cage. Yeah, you got to put Faraday cages around
could we
everything.
not do a Faraday cage around the night market?
You could, and anything
Indeed.
within the Faraday cage would be able to receive the night market software and interact with it, which is like you can't run the market without that software.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but everything
As long
inside
as it's all
the Faraday
within.
cage would be able
Yeah.
to do things in the Faraday cage.
Yep.
They just
You
wouldn't be able
could. It's
Would
just
not
not
be
incredibly
scalable.
portable. Is
Yeah.
the point?
Well,
Yeah.
we only need to set it up once a month,
Mhm.
or once every
Yeah.
however period of time it is. So it's not horrible.
It's also fairly easy to actually literally punch through a Faraday cage. Depending how you make it.
Yeah, but I mean, it would not be. Doesn't matter.
Yep.
Okay.
It's
We have
probably
to
the first
get
thing we'll probably do. I mean, mainly it's just against these guys at the moment. We're not aware of anyone else needing to do. We don't know anything about these particular guys. What we need to do immediately is make sure that whoever because presumably they're going to have to tell people this is where the night market is, at least for the vendor side of it. So we need to either hope that the vendors that we're buddies with tell us, or we otherwise make arrangements that we actually get told. We're actually potentially pretending to be a vendor, and we actually get told when the night market gets set up. Because otherwise, because they have to tell people where it is, otherwise no one's going to turn up. So
That's why
the word has to get out.
that is also why I'm hoping they scuttle the website that they plan to be using.
I don't know what the website will just tell because they can't have it that open information. Otherwise, everyone will know where it is, and it's supposed to be some level of secrecy. So
I mean,
can't
look
just
at
be open up on
what
the
they
website.
did, though. I mean, look at what they did and how much expenditure it must have been for the night market, just for a night market. I think.
We also know that the military
is-
has been setting up delivery points of handing out food and stuff. So potentially, if you do want to go down the military route, they could be planning on setting up their own version of the night market. In which
Right,
case, yes,
but-
as you say, they can open, they can operate in the open and not give a damn because they're the military.
Well, I say that what we do is we go. We don't combat them on a military front. We combat them on a PR front. Because I mean, the part of the night market is the secrecy and everything else because they don't want government involved in it. Yes, and if we say, hey, look at all this technology that they've got, this has got to be government backed or military or whatever or huge corporation, you don't want to get involved with them because of you and the horribleness that corporations do. Then we can just say, don't go there. And, I'm not saying people won't all go there, but I think it will cut out a portion of their market at least.
We are going if
Yeah.
we're given half a chance. You know that.
Oh yes,
Eh.
we will probably be going, but Laszlo has a point. They weren't very good operational security when they were just handing out these QR codes, and we have the QR code now. So why don't we just post this all over town? If they didn't want to follow proper procedures, protocol, and etiquette for a night market by like raiding someone else's. Let us make it not so secret and secure for their upcoming one. Yes.
Oh. Does anybody have a police contact? Wait,
It's
I have a
less
police
than
contact.
that.
Oh, not police, but
Well,
you know.
more than that, we got student. We're right beside the university. Guess who likes to spread information and put it out there that there might be something interesting to go to? Students.
Yeah. Let us do this.
Mm.
Part of the night
link this
market
to
is
students
being.
and there's going to be all over the place. The hundreds of people, thousands of people.
They did not think we would not. They did not think we would not promote their night market for them. So let us do that, and bring the bad clientele. They cannot deal with this.
At the very worst, they'll overexpose themselves as being government or whatever. So there's going to hopefully, best case, they operate once, and then they go. Everyone goes, well, you're obviously a government stoolie, no more, and we're back to us. Well, it doesn't stop them coming after us again.
No, but I will be better equipped to shoot down a helicopter at that point.
And I'll look into getting that Faraday cage you want up.
I may have to get a optic for my eyes. Well, I do not like my light.
No, I'm with you on that.
I did not like my vision being undermined. I mean, I still shot a lot of people. So many people I shot in a very short amount of time. They were not expecting that. But, like I said, I am expecting OK Corral as soon as I step out onto the street.
So while you guys are all discussing this, Tetra has been working her way through the public logs of the company. Again, so in this universe, Kim, there's no internet. Okay, it's all intranets. So like you're pulling information from local networks that are put up through the city here. So what you can find is that the Banks Incorporated was set up as a business was set up to do business in Night City. Just a little bit over. You've got a specific date, by the way. A little over a month ago.
Okay.
It has a corporate structure of 3 people. The bare minimum you need for an incorporated business. Going through it has financial. It has a modest financial backing for it. You can't tell. There's no prospectus that you can find. It's a private company. They don't have shares of stock. They don't sell. They're not public, in other words. So there's no prospectus that you can look up. But you can look up to see like what the company assets are that they have registered with the bank. So a few million. So it's not a huge company.
But it's obviously a shell company.
The company does have a landing page, which is just an awful lot of business jargon. You can't actually tell what they sell. Like, have you ever watched a commercial and didn't know what the product was that they're trying to peddle to you? It's like the commercial is just a complete non sequitur, and at the end of it, it's like whatever deodorant, and all they did was show cars and people jet skiing. It's kind of like just like their front page is just loaded with all kinds of corporate jargon, but never getting to the point of what the company does.
So they're like medication commercials.
Right.
Oh, the worst.
The phone number that you have as the PAN number or agent number that is listed for it is interesting. It exists, but isn't yet installed. Installation location is your building.
Okay, well, that's certainly interesting.
Fantastic. So they're adding a landline. So very important. They didn't put anything in about us having to protect their equipment or anything. Oh boy, good thing we are going to make this an open door and let anybody do anything they want.
No. There's serious security going into whatever room is being put in. You're not responsible for it, but there is security.
Yeah.
So they are making us a target. And
already are.
I assume that you share this information, or maybe I shouldn't assume. Does Tetra share the information that she found?
Oh, with this, yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
The
That I
date
would.
the corporation was founded was the day that the papers say Ollivander died. Same day.
Yep. Okay.
Oh.
That's just confirming our theories on he's not dead. No, yeah.
Yeah.
I never got from the rest of you guys. Are you happy with using the 5x5 room for this?
This will likely be fine. I'm not sure why they want the first floor, other than perhaps ease of access.
I would say probably ease of access. Especially if you're running hardline cable and you usually want to do it through the ground as opposed to
Yeah.
outside the building or through other flats or something would be my guess.
Isn't the 5x5 in the basement?
Yeah.
Well, it is in the basement. You did not know it existed.
Right, so it's
Yeah.
not on the ground floor. Or
It is
first
beneath
floor
the
or
ground
whatever.
floor.
Yeah,
So
it's
they
below
can
the
use
ground
that.
floor.
That's even
Wait,
better then.
wait one moment. What was the
Hey,
name on
the-
the corporation? Richard Banks?
Right.
Yes.
Bert, remind me what Ollivander's real name was.
It wasn't Banks.
But
was
wasn't
Richard?
an anagram with Banks.
Yes.
It was Richard.
Okay.
You know. Yeah, that was a deep cut. Thank you, memory.
Nice.
Hmm.
Well, we'll
yes,
offer,
it's
we'll offer the 5x5 to the people installing it and see what they.
Armitage, wasn't it? Was it Richard Armitage?
No, not Armitage. No, I'll have to go back and look, but I don't remember the last name
for
myself.
Musketeer.
Yeah, that's a Trail of Cthulhu thing. The Armitage Files.
Anyway, maybe we will be seeing new friend. This is very sad and depressing, and we will now be calling up Gold Saturn to see who she decided to sell to. And her motivation of, oh no, I am on the run from other corporation trying to kill me. I need funds, liquidity right now.
Could be.
So, get out a burner phone and call.
Yeah, so
good old-
Yeah.
the number goes to her manager. She's in the room though, so we'll just say you have the conversation. And yeah, she had to divest herself of any possible leverage that she had because they're coming after all of her assets. Somebody made her a great deal on essentially very liquid assets in return for her share.
At least she got better than market price. I am happy.
Much better than market price.
You
Yes.
could have asked us. Maybe we would have paid for it.
I don't think you would have paid what they paid for it.
Oh, no, the
Okay, well,
question
that tells
is,
us something.
do we want Richard?
She kind of turns
on.
on like the outer camera of her agent. She's on like a sandy beach. There's like a beautiful hotel setting.
Damn.
Banks want to buy us out the same way. I will just say no.
Excellent. Thank you for the geotag. I will now be selling that information. Ah, Goldie, how dare you? You know I am a very violent man.
She's in a non-extra edition.
Yeah, well, money talks. Gotta go.
Yes, I know. You need to run now that you revealed your location, and I will sell that
Nope.
information.
No. I'm sure that she has enough money now that all of her communications is being scrubbed and routed and rerouted.
Doesn't
Multiple
matter. She showed
layers
us
of the onion.
Doesn't matter. She showed us a picture. Have you
Yes,
seen
she
some of
did.
the best geotaggers?
Yep.
You show them a random street, they will tell you
Yep.
what country it is in. They
Oh,
will
yeah.
sometimes even identify the street
Mhm.
Yep.
from
Oh, yeah.
just looking at it.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
I
you
thought it was-
confirm
it was a channel
life
piece of-
of Gold Siren. Yeah, apparently sold her share for a lot of money, a lot of quick liquid assets.
Do you think they'll make us the
Thinter,
same
can you
offer?
see if you can sell this picture? I mean, there might be one interested buyer. She washed her hand of us. We must make money. It is the Night City way.
All right. So now
I do
what?
not see you selling this picture. Chop chop.
I don't think any of the folks present, Marius would be the one to know what groups to drop the pictures in and to get the best price for them. Tetra might.
Yeah, I can. I mean, look around.
Yeah, see who's willing to pay for that kind of information. Yeah, put your feelers out.
We don't
Yeah.
even have to look around. We know who she has a lawsuit against. We're like, hey,
Doesn't
we
mean
know
that
where
they'll
she
pay
is.
the most. Other people might pay more.
That's true. She does have contact her fan groups.
Uh,
Ooh, contact Jane. Maybe
I was
Jane.
gonna say, no, contact Jane's fan groups.
Say, Jane, maybe you want that rival showdown in the Bahamas.
I don't think she's a rival anymore. Well, maybe she will still put out music, but I don't think so.
Sebastian approved of Jane, so that's all right with me.
Oh,
We kind of Jane is not bad. She is not quite my cup of tea, but she does bring in the music. Yes, I know what I said. She brings in the music. Sometimes the music brings in people.
Okay, so you guys have a plan of action on anything that you want to do? If not, we'll just cut scenes. Still morning.
We're spreading the QR code far and wide, but beyond
Yeah.
that,
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
As far as you know, I mean, the only people that got it were the people at your night market, which they kind of litter bombed.
yeah.
And now we're let's see. Every district,
Idea of overexposure.
also the police stations.
Nice. Yeah, scattering it far and wide. So later that afternoon, somebody there. Actually, no, it'll be Elena because you're the tech person. You are contacted by company wants to come out. They got some installation to do, some heavy installation. They want to come out to make sure that your electrical's up to spec. What we've got to work with.
Yep. No, sure. Yeah, I would have been interested in seeing the tech that they were installing anyway. So.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, when you show them that the place is underground at first, he's kind of looking at the blueprints of what he's got installed, and he says, like, well, it's a little small. Your usual cubicles here say they're 6x8s. Can we widen the area? Structurally, you don't have anything supporting here where I'm going to have to widen it out. I'm going to have to run some conduit down here to street level, but this will work.
Yeah, sure. Go for it. That's all been covered already, so yeah.
Yeah. We're going to have to upgrade the electrical here as well, but it's in our contract.
Yeah.
We'll fix all that up. Kind of looks around. It's like, okay, this is a little odd, but this will work.
As that was not required for living accommodation, we need those, but we need those cubicles for living.
Nothing can be installed here is you're definitely not going to live in. Once we're done kitting this out, there's not going to be much space for anything down here, but it'll work.
No.
It'll work.
That's what we got available when we can, with us still having a living apartment that we can rent out. So, what do you got there anyway? Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll get started tomorrow. We got a quick turnaround time on this. We got to get it all installed. Got to get that basement routed out, make a few extra feet here and there. We got a 3-day time window, so we need to start as soon as we can tomorrow. Given the space you're giving me is already underground, we're not going to make a lot of noise. I don't think we'll even have to block out any of your first floor here. Maybe there's going to be some heavy equipment coming through. Other than that,
you've got your own facilities with you because ours don't work here.
Oh yeah. We got a mobile office for all that. It's fine. It's fine.
Ours are in use. Ours are under construction ourselves. Just here.
All right. Yeah. So construction will begin tomorrow on mysterious business that wants to set up in your basement.
They do robocallings. We have become the devil.
It's just a huge robocalling network wanting to sell you an extended warranty on your car. That's all it is.
I've got 500,000 EBs in my account. I can get the hell out of here somewhere else pretty easily if something goes wrong. So that's not the problem I'm worried about.
Do we know exactly what is in this? I mean, we know the stuff that is coming in, but we don't know what it's being used for or anything, do we?
Nope.
You don't, and you don't know exactly what's coming in either, because a lot of it was
Nope.
just very generically described.
All right.
If I can
All
get a
right.
look at it, I'll have a look and see what I can see. And worst case, afterwards, I got this little box that's going to interrogate everything. So
Maybe.
I'm not too worried about that side of it. I mean, at that point, it's installed, and it's a bit late to start saying,
Yeah.
"Oh, we don't want that." So
So that all starts tomorrow. Meanwhile, the construction on your bathrooms continue. You guys have your own facilities taken over by some of your tenants a lot. They got nowhere else to go. Yeah, the city's
No,
not
they
got
go
any
down the street.
portable.
They go down the street.
No, they're not going to do that.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not, because there's nowhere down the street that they can use a shower or the facilities without buying something.
That is exactly what they should do.
No, they're not going to do that. The lease says you've got to provide it, so you're going to provide it.
Lease does not say that.
It does.
Lease does not say that.
The lease says that.
Other
That's
vendor
why we
would have
haven't
provided
upgraded.
that.
Now, granted, the lease doesn't say it has to be in perfectly working condition, but it does say it's part of their lease to have, a place
then
to
it's
crap and a place to shower
Ah,
in the
totally
building.
provided. Totally provided.
Here's a hose. There's a hole. Have fun.
Absolutely.
All right, so you guys are under a lot of construction in your building. Are you actively looking for new tenants as well? Are you posting anywhere that you've got premium coffins opening up soon?
Not yet. We need
Okay.
at least the restrooms fixed first.
Okay.
yeah,
Also,
once
everybody
we've got
that
all the
would,
facilities up and running.
also everybody that we lease to, I have to assume I will at one point have to kill, as they are likely spies and sleeper agents.
You just have to write that into all the new contracts.
Yes. Good idea. Tetra, we need to revise these contracts about
Okay.
the new upcoming lease. We got, insert willful
If killed by the
death.
management.
Yes.
Okay.
Not-
Management reserves the right to end your life if it becomes necessary.
Be sure to
Okay.
put a asterisk where unnecessary, to where it leads to a definition of if they feel like it.
I do not think management needs to be included in this. I think you should just put pinball.
Owner reserves the right. Right. So all this construction is going on. If you're going to be around, Elena, to see what's being brought in to go downstairs, massive banks of computing power, fiber optic cables, lots of cooling. They absolutely run their own electrical lines there as well.
Yeah, they need to. I hope they have backup generators, because otherwise, if it goes down,
Yeah,
Yeah,
there are.
really.
There are lots of battery banks. The other thing that you find a little interesting is that it's got its own meter for the electrical and water lines that it's using for cooling. So you're not even going to be billed for that, apparently.
wow.
I mean,
Okay, now we need to splice into that power line to feed the rest of the building.
would they even notice? Yes.
Yeah.
Would they
Probably.
even care? It was not in their provisions of things that we should not be doing.
Well, it comes under changes to how we run the building that they don't want to get involved in. So, yeah.
See, it's being paid for. It's not like we're stealing from the city.
Oh, man. Yeah, so this all goes in over the course of the next couple of days. They are efficient. There is a point when they do erect a privacy screen, as they tell you, Elena, since you're probably watching as everything's going up. There are certain security precautions that are necessary to install, where they've been directed to not let, bystanders observe.
We are not bystanders.
Yeah.
We are
If you want to push the fact that you are owners, maybe he doesn't care. He's like, well, I mean, you can watch if you want. There's nothing in here to keep the owners from watching it.
The main thing actually I want to get an eye on is if there's a fire or something, make sure that that's properly isolated as a place that's not going to cause the rest of the building to go on fire. Just thinking about it.
It's got its own fire suppression system, backup units, everything. And as a matter of fact, according to the plans that he has, they were expecting to be installing all of this into a small apartment, which would include reinforcing walls and sealing up the structure. Like once they're done, there's not actually going to be an entryway to get in and out of the facility. It's just going to be sealed up.
Even more so, we need that apartment to rent out, mate. We are not getting rid of one of our apartments like that.
Yep. There are a lot of motion sensors, chemical sensors, a bunch of cameras going in. Does have the capabilities of, like you see, Wi-Fi basically and mesh networks being installed into it as well.
Does it have
there's a lot of
Faraday
sensory.
cage?
It does.
Good question.
I think of them every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but it has a line going out.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that doesn't affect a Faraday cage specifically. A line can be fed through the mesh of a cage.
Yes.
Yep.
But I'm just thinking about how it gets signals in.
It's fiber optic too, so it's not even like it's electromagnetic going out. It's optical. So
So I mean, if you want to be hacked through the line, it could be.
Yeah.
But specifically, like the electromagnetic, whatever power sucking attack that we suffered, it would be protected from.
Directly, it would affect anything near, or affect potentially whatever equipment it's attached to that's outside the cage. So if it's going to do something that can be drained, then that's fine.
Also, it would probably protect it from various sensor sweeps to detect things like this thing. If my Faraday cages are kind of common. Your microwave has one.
Yeah.
Dog.
So the next night
Easy,
market,
bud.
we put a giant microwave around everything, and then we press the button when everybody else gets inside.
It's like,
Perfect.
what does a human being go under? A hot dog or popcorn?
Soylent Green.
First one, then the other.
Repeat as necessary.
Yeah.
Well, assuming that you're just watching the proceedings, and the guy has no problem with you overseeing your owners, and there's nothing in his contract that says to keep out the owners. The only thing of interest is that once everything is installed, it's all sealed up tight. All the Wi-Fi gear is on the outside of the building on a panel. Everything's caged off underneath. And then you've got the fiber optic line going out. It's got its own cooling. It's got its own electrical. It's got backup power. And an awful lot of sensors.
If something breaks, I assume they have some way of getting inside, or is it just going to have to be they break up the concrete?
They're going to have to take a torch to the wall and cut their way in to fix anything.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is we should put a directed charge right above it.
Well, then you would be breaking your contract with them, because that's
No, we wouldn't.
You are interfering with his room. Yes, you are.
No, we hire a different person to do it, and we cannot be held accountable for acts of sabotage against the building at large.
You just keep thinking.
A shape charge became attached to the room somehow. Very
Just randomly, this guy in a red suit and some reindeer just drops off the shaped charge. Don't know how it got
Also,
here.
we don't
think
have
he
a
was
contract
drunk.
with this guy.
Actually, no,
He
we've
has
got
a
the same
part
charges
ownership.
we got the same charges from that place we raided before.
You did.
We had to store them down in the janitorial closet. This is where we put them.
There is nothing installed here that would keep you from doing damage to it. It's basically just to keep anyone from thieving stuff down there, or it would make it harder for someone to break in. It's not like it's a vault, right?
Besides, we are not. It'll be much more simple to add a shape charge to the hard line that is going into it.
No, yeah, just cut that.
I mean, just cut it. Yeah, exactly. Well,
Well,
the
I know,
electrical
but
line. Oh,
I
no,
just
don't.
like being able to press the button to blow the thing
Yeah,
up.
you just cut the fiber optics and just watch the light will just come out.
I mean, some people collect snow globes, some people collect baseball cards. I collect, little detonator buttons that blow random things up.
Unless you want us to for plot reasons, but I'm not going to bother putting the AI box onto it unless it becomes that's doing suspicious stuff that we need to investigate. But for the moment, I don't plan on.
Okay, I mean, I assumed at some point you would have a quick scan maybe done as you just lay this innocuous box on the equipment while the installers are off doing something. Yeah, it's an amazing amount of computing power, but it's not live yet.
No.
So there's nothing it can actually tell you.
And so we half suspect it's Ollivander or something like that house there, so I'm wanting to let that happen. It's just like, what if?
Okay. Well, assuming you let everything finish.
I'm not stopping anything from happening. It's all happening.
Right. During this time, Tetra's settling into her new digs again. You got a coffin. It's quite nice. Nice, luxurious shared space. Otherwise, certainly better than the places you've been staying recently. Things are fairly quiet. You've got some interesting neighbors that live in the building. There's this one guy with a very bad fake British accent that keeps coming by wanting to borrow some sugar for his bees, he says. For his bees.
I mean, he looks like a Hispanic gangbanger, so it's very.
But he wears a deerstalking cap and smokes a pipe. Sherlock Holmes.
Well,
I mean, he's not even tall or thin. He's kind of short and actually he's fairly muscular. Come to think of it.
So 3 days later, the morning, you are all woken up with a message. Actually, a phone call coming through on all of your agents. Probably 10 a.m. Not too early.
Everybody knows they should not be contacting me before noon. I have night hours. What is this madman so early?
Yeah.
Let me adjust the list.
Yeah. Well, if you answer the call, it is a very recognizable young teenage woman, Elena, and she's waving at you, going, "Hi, roomies! Nice to see you again."
Julie?
We had a sneaking
Ollivander's daughter.
Yeah. Wasn't her name Julie?
No, she had the same name
Elena.
as you. Elena, as opposed to Elena.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, there was a lot of confusion
Julie was
about
the
that.
other one that we got. Yeah. Elena.
Yeah.
Hi, Elena.
I suspected it was something like this.
We knew it was related to Ollivander. That's what we always suspected. So,
is your dad around, or actually dead?
Dad's dead. I guess I'm technically dead too.
I did take your pulse, and you weren't dead. So yes.
Yeah. It's like my personality matrix, they call it, got uploaded into the system. Dad got this all set up so that I could continue on.
Do you think your dad's got the same thing for him?
I don't think so. I was on his phone when it was a headshot, pretty clean, like he died real fast. He hired some really good hitters though, they blew the fuck out of those guys. You should have seen it. But Dad died in the first few minutes. He's not much of a fighter.
Well, he was very unreasonable.
Well, he could be. Yeah. So we're neighbors.
Yes, we are neighbors. What do you do? Are you planning to do marketing in the future? I hear a new dental clinic is opening up. They may want a virtual receptionist.
I'm still getting kind of the hang of things. My network was just installed a few hours ago, so I'm still seeing how far into the city I can roam. There's some cool stuff out here. Do you guys know that you're surrounded by a bunch of gangs?
Yes,
Yeah.
I am well
Yes.
aware of this.
Yeah, it helps play them if they play off each other. It sort of helps keep everyone neutral because no one's sort of mutually assured destruction. So it creates a
Yeah,
nice sort of
and
ping
I
zone
would
if no one does anything.
I prune them every now and then as they try to step to me, but I can't outright eliminate them because otherwise that topples the balance.
Okay, yeah. I mean, there's not a lot of chatter though. I don't think they use like the networks very much at all.
No,
But there's a lot
things
of them.
are things are like word of mouth these days. You got to know your audience and always assume someone is listening.
Well, I like my place. Thanks a lot. It's really spacious down here, and I can hold all kinds of stuff.
Is it really
Wait.
spacious down there?
Well, yeah. I mean, there's so much room.
What?
Right. Room.
What do you mean you can hold a lot of stuff? Are you talking about physically grasping things with your? You don't really have
I
hands.
don't.
So
I guess you would say it's data. I've got a lot of. I'm still getting the hang of thinking of myself as being dead and digital.
Right,
I've got a
okay.
lot of
Right.
storage down here.
Right.
I guess.
Okay. No, yeah, that works.
I mean, they
are
did
you
put
hooked?
an entire server farm down there.
Yeah. Are
So
you hooked into the university? It's really next door to us.
Yeah, they've got they play a lot of online games, so much. I mean, people are failing classes because they're spending so much time playing these games.
Yeah, that tracks. Yeah, that tracks.
Oh, games, you say? What games are you?
Well,
fan?
Elfline seems to be the big one. Everybody's playing Elflines.
Oh yes. If you ever want help with that, I can. I don't know. Help level you up. It is a great game. Surprisingly good server we have locally. Some of the gang factions they're trying to form up on the servers, but I am already there and I have a bow.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess there's a lot of interesting things in this neighborhood. There's something way to the north here that's got a lot of security around it. I don't know. I'm gonna feel my way around first to see what my capabilities are. I don't think I want to it's like a fortress.
can you pinpoint it in the physical world as well?
Yeah,
Is
maybe
it the
Military
dojo?
base.
Yeah, sure. Here, I need some kind of. Okay, I'll just use your phone. So you guys get a map, and it's essentially it's
the military base.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not all the way up there. Okay, I thought.
That is
Yeah.
the military base.
Yeah.
That's across the that's across
Well, I
the
guess
bridge.
that's why they got so much security. I mean, you think a military base? I guess, yeah, sure. That's a lot of security.
I
It's
mean,
a lot.
Oh,
Hey,
if you find anything in there about helicopters with dishes on them, let us know.
Oh yeah. I'm still figuring out how to it's weird. I visualize everything as physical objects in here. I mean, I know they're not. I mean, I know I'm dead, but I guess because it's my brain that was copied, I still see everything as objects. It's weird. And did you know there's a whole other network? I mean, I read the history books. I mean, I know about this infested network that's still out there that's off limits, but it's it's right here. It's it's everywhere. It's connected all over the place. Why don't people use it?
because it's
because,
infested and can kill everyone.
It's
And,
involved.
yeah.
I mean, I think your brain could get, but your brain has been sucked out, so it's not a problem for you.
Well, I mean, I figured out how to make copies of myself. So I'm here, but I'm also there and over there, and there's some bits of me over there and over there.
How
I'm
long
distributed.
How long before you got to war with yourself? How
Well, I
long
don't know.
before
I
you have a
mean-
difference of opinions between, things.
Have
And
you read the
light
Bob
stopped
series, the
flickering in
Bob
our
Universe books, Bert?
The what series?
The Bob Universe books? Okay.
No.
That's just a good take on someone who becomes an AI and they create copies of themselves and they all end up with their own distinct personalities and everything.
Cool.
Pretty good series. Really good series.
I'm basing this off of a series by Rudy Rucker.
Okay.
Software,
Okay.
Hardware is the two books. They're old. They're from the 70s or so. But anyway, yeah.
Welcome to the neighborhood, I suppose. Maybe set up a nice virtual apartment. You can probably customize it to all your day, to your preferences. You can get some guests visit with just some VR glasses.
Oh, thanks for the gift, by the way.
Yes, the gift, which we were very happy to give you. Remind us what the gift was.
You didn't send the gift, did you? It was very thoughtful, though.
I mean, I send lots of gifts to lots of people and I lose track. Most of them are in the form of bullets, and I do not remember shooting you.
No. Somebody set me up a virtual space down here. It's like a garden and like a seascape and all kinds of like flowers and like there's birds and I'm still learning how to make places like this, but I'm not very good yet.
Well, that might have been Box, who is another member of our team who you have not met yet, or might have met. I don't know. Yeah.
We're calling it Box until it decides on its.
And she shows you the area, and so like she kind of pans your camera so you can see, and it's like this aviary, like there's birds, it's kind of tropical, and there's a note that she picks up, kind of shows on your screen that says welcome to the apartment.
Isn't that beach exactly the one that was behind Gold Siren?
No.
No.
Anyway,
Yes,
just wanted to say hi and thanks again. I think Dad set up like an account for stuff. But I mean, it's but looking at how much the electricity is costing right now, it's probably going to run out soon. So I'm going to have to go ahead and figure out how to make what is it called, larceny? I need to figure out how to steal money digital.
Oh,
can you help me with that?
You do not hit these banks.
That I think.
I list off the banks that we have.
I think that technically comes under wire fraud. So.
Mm-hmm.
I do not know. Can you be prosecuted as an AI and not as a?
Oh yes, absolutely. They have legal precedents for this.
What'd you say?
I believe the president's on site. We will not be talking about her as anything other than.
You're breaking up.
They are breaking up,
Steven. Yep. But anyway, I mean, it'll last for a while. And Dad left me all kinds of notes on like some of his other. I didn't even know Dad was like such a gangster.
Does he have anything? Did he give you any information about other people who are trying to set up competitive night markets?
Oh, he's got like this whole list of people that like he like persuaded to not do like markets and such when he first was starting. But no, there's nothing else.
Because we've got someone trying to set up computers, and they did come to the night market that he last ran, because they were involved there, so he might know about them, so he might have made some points. But if you've got nothing,
there's a lot of information here. I'll need to sift through it. I mean, my mind supposedly works at the speed of light now and everything, but like I still have to process it in like the normal way, so I'm still getting used to things. I'll get on that.
Is there? Do we have photos of what happened? There must be recordings of things that happened there.
There's nothing. There's nothing been. Well, you mean when Ollivander died?
No.
I'm sorry.
Of our night market when the place was
absolutely
attacked.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So we can say, hey, look at this stuff, and compare it to any of the notes you've got on the other people, and see if they make a match. That would be helpful for us.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And if Bert decides it's plot relevant to helpfulness, he'll give it to us.
It'll be my gift to you for being such great neighbors.
Absolutely. As an actual additional gift, did you want us to get set up, I don't know, a projection thing so you could, walk around in the real world? Or did you want, like, we have Neopets. Did you want a Neopet avatar?
Oh, that would be wow, that would be cool. Can you set up the pets so that I can like jump into them and like see through their eyes and such?
I mean, we have a dental assistant. We can probably do that.
Well, we're already doing that half the time with the Neopets we have anyway, so that's not a problem. We're already using it as remote cameras. So, yeah.
Well, I'm going to go check out the neighborhood.
Has an AI in it, though. It might be.
I don't think that'll be a problem.
I mean, what's your preference? Kitty cat, dog, hedgehog. We
cats.
have,
I like cats.
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 We have cats.
Hey, can Can
Did you want
can
the
you rig up like
calico?
a squirt gun so like I can pee on people? That would be funny. That would be so funny.
I mean,
Nobody
I
wants the mechanical
cannot,
cat to pee. Yeah.
I could. I'm going to change that. Hand that over to Elena. See if she wants to take on that project. But I could equip it with an actual squirt gun, which you could go around and gangster people with. Maybe we added some acid to it. You'd be very, very malicious. We can sharpen the claws. You can slash some tires, maybe send a message. No.
No, not yet. Let me figure out how things work, and I'll get back to you. Anyway, ta-ta. Oh wait, I gotta send you something. Files being downloaded to your phones. I just thought you'd be interested in this. What's a hit? Never mind. You can tell me later. Bye.
Is it on us?
You know, I think the process of getting her mind transferred has reduced her age a little bit, and also memory of common slang and understanding of geography. It's like, how did she forget the military base was there? She knew where the military base was. She was in college. Oh boy, she needs to grow up all over again.
Yep. Yeah, so the packet got downloaded to all your phones except for Tetris, because you weren't part of this originally, Tetris, so you're safe. It's basically a bunch of photographs of all of you, including Gold Siren, taken covertly as you're walking down the streets, one of Marius while he's in the dojo, et cetera, and basically each of you have got a $3,000 bounty on your heads.
I look
Who
at
cares about
the
dollars?
other 4 people here. I'm like,
Really?
Luckily, I'm quite wealthy now.
There's only 2.
2,000? That's quite insulting.
I mean, I'm quite glad.
Oh,
that
and your
there's
rat
a
is
fire.
home free too. The rat has no hit taken out on the rat.
Yeah, of course. Well, no one would want to hit Sebastian, and that's just common sense.
The rat
don't
should
do
have
that.
his own bounty.
No.
Frankly,
You can't afford the bounty on Sebastian. Okay?
I mean, that does make sense, yes. I see the bounty listed. I take a glance at Helena, Laszlo, Marius. Luckily, I'm quite wealthy at the moment.
Hold on, I'm looking up a name.
Also, they would probably try to collect the bounty on my head should I try to turn it in. So it's a good thing we are in this
Wear a
together.
disguise. You could wear a disguise. I'm sure you'd be fine. Not that I'm advocating that you.
Oh,
kill me,
Nancy. That's what I was trying to find. Nancy's photo is in there as well, but there's an X over her picture, and it says bounty collected.
Oh,
As I can just imagine, whenever there's a photo of Nancy, just doing to the camera every single shot.
Yeah. Actually, most of the
Oh, wow.
shots, she is looking in the direction of the camera like she suspects something.
Nancy has died. This is interesting.
well, no.
Tetra.
Bounty is either collected or
Yes.
maybe it is called off. I don't know.
It said bounty collected, though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know,
bounty
but
collected.
I mean, that would just be a generic thing you put out.
I can imagine Nancy collecting it on herself just by making a fake body or something. Yes,
We
this
should.
body is Nancy. Yeah, give me my money. Thank you.
Let us. Let us check the news and see if there's random explosions.
That's
lately.
always how you know Nancy's been around. No, nothing. No random
Well,
explosion.
no. If she was killed, she had a bomb, so
Yeah.
maybe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so no random explosions, nothing making the news, nothing like that. But I was going to go ahead. We're at midnight, so let's go ahead and we'll close up there with you guys all finding out that you've got bounties on your head. You have no idea how widely this distributed was. It looks like this was a file that was just taken from, call it a news group, just where people look for work, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, this file was just dumped on a local news group. So there we go. Richard, other than having a bounty on your head, what is going on with you these
I was
days?
going to say, if you want to come and try and collect that bounty, well, you can come and see me playing video games badly here on Twitch at LMTDTMFFR, or say it with me now, limited time offer No vowels.
No vowels.
Unpals.
Yeah, something like that.
I was
it's better
muted.
when just one
Good
person.
time offered. Vowels.
Jameis, tell us about your blog.
I've got a blog. You just said it.
I don't think you've updated it since Fiji.
Oh no, it's been updated plenty of times since then. We've got all the various movie reviews and stuff.
I haven't looked at it since Fiji.
Across the Spider-Verse, it was just posted about that yesterday because that just came out the other day. I've already seen it.
Oh wow!
Oh, I need
Because
to go
he's in
read
the
that review.
future from us.
I try to don't say a lot about the plot because there's a lot I could potentially spoil. I'm just going to back off talking about anything to do with the plot. It's just too easy.
I have not watched a new movie in a very long time.
This one's
Stephen
worth
and
it.
Kim, you both are internet black holes, I believe. But is there anything either one of you want to plug?
Nope.
Not currently. I'm too well known and famous across the internet. I can't even show my face. It has nothing to do with poor internet quality in the location that I live.
Oh, yeah. Bounties everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys. Let us say goodnight on that. Thanks for playing. We'll pick up next time.
Night, everybody.
Find out who decides they want to try and make a few grand.
Toodaloo.
Night.